Hello everyone, this is day 2 of my granny square blanket journey and today we will make mitered granny square. Let's start. We will start in the same way by making 4 chains and making our loop 1, 2, 3 and 4. Go back to the first chain and pass it through the last chain. This is our ring. Now we will make first cluster by making chain 3 and 2 double crochets in the same circle. So this is my second chain. This is my second double crochet and this is my third double crochet. We will make 2 chains and make the next cluster. So for mitered granny square, you will make the first round as your typical granny square. 2 chains for the corner, third cluster, two chains for the corner and last cluster. Two and 3. Two chains and join with the first chain 3 to complete the square. This is our first square. Now let's start the next row. Next row will be similar. Chain 3, turn your work and make 2 clusters in the corner. 1 cluster, chain 2, second cluster. This is my second row. Chain 2 and second cluster. Chain 1 above a cluster and in this is my last corner. Chain 2 and this is the last cluster of this row. This round or square. Chain 1 and let's join it with the first chain 3. Now we have done 2 rounds and for third round onwards we will work only in half of the square. So I will slip stitch my way to the corner Here I am in the corner. Now I will chain 3 and complete my cluster. Chain 1 above a cluster, and in this chain 1 space I will make another cluster. Chain 1, and in this chain 2 space I will make my pair of clusters. Chain 2 for the corner and second. Chain 1, and in this space chain 1, and in the corner. Now in ordinary, let's turn it like this. In ordinary granny square, you will continue working and join here. This was a starting point. You will finish this cluster, chain 2 and make another cluster in the corner, and then continue working along this side, make your corner and come on this side and join here after making your cluster and 2 chains. But in mitered granny square, you will finish your round here because it's half, only 2 sides, and we will start building or go up and make the next round. So I will make chain 3, turn my work and build my next row on these chain 1 spaces. Let's start. So I will make my chain 3. Chain 3 is 1 double crochet and turn my work. Now I have this cluster here, so above a cluster we make 1 chain. So essentially I have made 4 chains which are equal to 1 double crochet and chain 1. After making chain 1, I will make my cluster in this space. Chain 1, chain 1, and now we are in the corner. So in mitered granny squares you will have only 1 complete corner, and by that I mean you will have 2 clusters joined together with 2 chains. Chain 1 for this cluster, and in this chain 1 space I will make my next cluster. Chain 1, chain 1. This is my first cluster or my corner. Above it I have made 1 chain, and then in the corner in the first chain 3 I will make my last double crochet of this round. So I started my round with chain 3, which is equal to 1 double crochet, and I have ended my round with 1 double crochet. And when I will start my next round, I will make, because I have this chain 3 space, so I will make a cluster. Let's start. Let's do one more round. I'll start with chain 3, turn my work and finish my cluster in this chain 1 space. Chain 1 for above the cluster, chain 1, and now I am in the corner. Chain 2 for the corner and second cluster, chain 1 and chain 1, chain 1 above a cluster, and this is the last chain 1 space of this round. So I will make my last cluster here. Let's have a look. So this is the starting square, then 1, 2, 3 and 4. I have made 4 rounds with you, and I'll finish my square off camera, and then I'll show you how it looks. So I have got only a few shells clusters left to complete this block. Chain 1, and I will make my cluster now. Last cluster of this round, above a cluster, chain 1, and in the first chain 3 I will make my last double crochet of this round. Let me zoom out and cut my yarn. Let's bind it off, 1 and 2. So this is Mitered Granny Square. We started in this corner. This is our first round, and we extended outwards here. Let's hide these tails as well. So in this last double crochet I will just weave in a couple of times. And this is my starting tail. You can always use a tapestry needle to do this thing as well. You can leave all the tails and then weave them in at the end when your blanket is finished, but it's better to hide them as you go, because at the end you just want to get rid of your blanket and the yarn and everything. So here it is. So these are the first 2 blocks of my granny square blanket. See you next time with the next block. Until then, take care.